Okay, now we are going to complete the writing mystery and the skill of writing mystery story. And he said there's a three features for mystery. First, it has a plot that revolves around an unexplained events. Number two, it may have elements of suspense or terror. Number three, it has signs or clues that help reveal the mystery. Okay, this is the passage right now we are going to read together, and then after that, we are going to extract the information together. The puzzle books. The dusty. Please mute yourself, ya Malak, or what you mean. The dusty wooden box sat in front of the fireplace. Although it looked worthless, Alexis and Federico knew that if the legend, just let me make it bigger for me. Alexis and Federico knew that if the legend was true, it contained a great treasure. They both jumped when they heard the knock on the door. It was Mrs. Livingstone, standing in the pouring rain. Lovely evening, he said. I understand you found an unusual box, one that can't be opened. Why call me? You have researched the legend for years, Federico said. If the box can be opened, I'm hoping that you know how. Alexis was not pleased with Federico's decision to call Livingstone. He was known for being greedy and untrustworthy. If the box contained riches, he would want more than his share. Livingstone's eyes beamed in the fireplace as he reached for the books. He ran his thin, gaunt hand over it and slid out a panel. He continued sliding out 13 panels in all, and when the last panel slid out, the top flew open. It's empty, Alexis mumbled in disbelief. Federico remained silent. Livingstone grabbed his umbrella and headed back out into the stormy night. I guess this legend is just that, he said, a legend. Along again, Federico smiled at Alexis and pulled up the box false bottom, revealing the treasure. I guess Livingstone hadn't heard the part of the legend of the emerald necklace of ices that describes the box's secret compartment. I just needed someone to open the box. So, this is story of mystery right now about Alexis and Federico. They are both friends and they hear the legend long time ago. This legend it says that there's a box and this box is locked for a long time. Nobody could open it for a long time. And inside this box, if you can open it, there's a treasure. But be sure that if you open the box, you will find also false bottom. What does it mean? It means that it's a layer of fabric that they put it that if anybody open the box, he will feel and he will think it's empty. But it's not empty. If you reveal this layer, you will find the treasure under it. So now we have two characters, Alexis and Federico. They want to open this box, but they didn't know how. So they called Mr. Livingstone. He is a person living near of them, and he knows a lot about history, about treasures. He is a researcher. So Alexis called Livingstone, and he said for him, "Come to open this." Federico, I'm sorry. Federico called Livingstone, and he said, "Please open the box for us." Livingstone was sure that he can open the box, but he is so greedy person and untrustworthy. He is greedy and untrustworthy. Who knows that? Alexis knows that. And he didn't like that Federico called for Mr. Livingston. Why? Because he know that if he opened the box and he found the treasure, he will take the most share more than them. Okay? So now Livingstone, he has the panel of the numbers and he opened it until he opened the 13th panel and the box was open. When he opened it, he found that it's empty. Why? Because there was layer of fabric, as I told you before. Now he said, "Oh, it's empty. Oh, you brought me since a long, from a long distance, and now it's empty. I have to go back to my house." And he went back to his house. Federico was disappointed. He said, "Oh, it was empty," but Alexis smiled. Federico said, "You must know something. What's wrong now? This is a suspicious. what suspicious area. When he smiled, it means that he knows something, but he didn't reveal it. So Federico asked him, "What's going on?" He said, "I guess Mr. Livingston didn't read about this treasure inside the books and didn't know about the layer of fabric that if we removed it, we will find the treasure under it." And he opened it, he found the treasure, and he split it between Alexis and Federico. This is a story of mystery. And as you can see, first we have a box. Box is closed. Okay, and they say maybe inside it there's a treasure. Maybe. They are not sure yet. So this is also an element of suspicious. Treasure. So maybe they are not sure. So this is a suspicious element. يعني when you are not sure about something, this is element of mystery. طيب, and then they called another man to open it. And then when he opened it, he didn't know all the information. Didn't know all information. So this is another element of suspicious. Also means that this is mystery. طيب, and then after that he said, "Oh, there's nothing. I will go home." And then Alexis smiled. Alexis smiled, it means that he knows something that he didn't reveal. Alexis smiled. طيب, this is another element. طيب, another element, when they opened the treasure, they found what? They found the treasure, and that was true. Then they revealed the truth. Now the whole story is completed. خلص, we have something we didn't know. It was mystery, which is the box. It was locked. And then we have some elements of suspicious, like Alexis smiled. They didn't know a lot of information. Maybe there was a treasure, maybe yes, maybe no. And then after that, until the end of the story, we revealed the truth by revealing the treasure. And then we revealed the whole story. This is how you write a story. Then you have elements that you want to talk about. This element, not all of people know, or maybe there's a truth behind it. Not all people know it. You try to make all the people excited to know more through the story. Write more, more, more until you reach to the truth. You reveal it in the end. If you do that, خلص, then you have a story of mystery and you are a master in writing this story. Is it easy writing or no? Easy or hard?
Yeah. No, easy.
I will show you some of the most famous stories in this type. Agatha Christie. Remember this name. This name is very, very important and famous in the type of writing. This is the writer. Her name is Agatha Christie. She used to write a lot of novels and stories about mystery and about crimes and about how to reveal the criminal. And every time you read the story of her, you will never expect who is the criminal. You will think about the whole people inside this story, but not about the criminal. And the criminal would be someone like the person who cleaned the garbage, or a person from outsider person, or a person, maybe a maid, or a wealthy man. You will never think about him in the story. And this is the beauty of her writings, that all the people stay alerted and try excited and try to reveal the truth, but nobody could. This is
Miss,
the
she's a writer.
brilliant of her.
She's a writer.
She is a writer. Agatha
So
Christie.
she have a books like we can buy it.
Yes, a lot of books. There's a lot of books that she wrote. Let me show you. This is her books. You see her collection? All of these.
Wow.
Yes, there's a lot. All of these are her books. A lot. And something funny, I want to tell you something funny about her. You see? She is writing in the genre of
Mystery.
mystery. Genre of mystery. This is what she writes about. And there was a famous detective in her story. His name is Detective Mr. Breer. Mr. Breer or Boyer. Mr. Boyer. Mr. Boyer. He was the detective in her stories. Boyer. And there's something funny about this lady. You know, she started to write since she was in the teenager age. يعني, since she was 15, 16. She loved to write about mystery because she likes to make people curious. She likes to give people curiosity and to think more. So she is a brilliant writer, really. One day, when she reached her 30s, she didn't find any new ideas to write books. So what she did, she she disappeared from her house for 2 weeks. She took a hotel away, and she went away from her house for 2 weeks. Now her husband wake in the next morning and he didn't find his wife. Where are you, Agatha? Where are you, Agatha? He didn't find her. And then he found what? He found a letter from people that they claimed that they kidnapped his wife, Agatha Christie. They claimed that they kidnapped her. The man right here brought the letter and went to the police station. He said that somebody kidnapped my wife because she is famous. They kidnapped her. And they wrote in that letter that you have to give us 2 million, I think, or 2,000 $2,000 in exchange of your wife, if you want your wife back. Then the whole people inside this village were searching about Agatha. And what Agatha was doing at that time, she wasn't kidnapped, she wasn't doing anything. She was Aslan, the one who wrote the letter in the first place. She wrote the letter. Okay? And she hid herself because she wanted to make some mystery in her life. She was bored. She felt bored. And she wanted to have a new idea for her book. So she didn't know where to bring the idea. Then she said, okay, I will be the victim this time. And then she hid herself for 2 weeks. The whole people were searching until she revealed herself. She was in Paris at that time, in another country.
She
Make her
no,
own
she hid
story.
herself 2 weeks, and she said to the people like she didn't write how many year, or she didn't write how many months.
No, no,
Miss, she made
she
her own
disappeared for
story.
2 weeks, and they were looking for her 2 weeks, for 2 weeks also.
Oh, they were looking for her 2 weeks.
Yeah, they were looking
She
for
made
her,
her.
and
Oh my god.
the police went to into the streets with dogs, searching Agatha, where are you, Agatha? And search inside the house, and search where are the criminals who kidnapped Agatha. And she was in the hotel, just drinking some coffee and writing, have a new idea for her book.
She's
Miss,
playing hide
she
and
made
seek with
her
the
own
police.
story by
Yes,
her own. Mashallah, mashallah. She
yes,
made it realistic, Miss.
and
She should make it a
she's
movie, not a
always
book, Miss.
yeah, she's always a winner. By the end, when they found her and they realized that she was inside the hotel, all the people, some of them they laughed, some of them were angry from her, like, why you
Why?
did
Yeah,
that?
why did you do this?
Yes, but she
Yeah,
was
yeah, I
laughing
would be
eventually
angry
because she's
if
the one
I was.
that she has idea for her new book, and she has more books to sell right now to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
So she was a brilliant lady.
She should go to jail. She should go to jail for tricking the police.
Exactly.
She did a
This is
ridiculous.
this is the detective Boyer. This is his name, Boyer. So, Detective Boyer, he is the person always was inside her books and inside her stories. He is the detective that he is revealing the criminal. And actually, right now you can find a movie if you want. If you are interested in movies, you can have a movie of Agatha. There's a lot of movies about her books, by the way, because it's nice movies and it has curiosity. It has.
Oh,
This is the one. This is the latest one that she made. Agatha and the Truth of Murder. And this is another one. This is the last one that she made. Murder on the Orient Express. You can take a screenshot of it and you can see it today, inshallah, if you like, with your family.
Okay,
If
Miss.
it was suitable for you, for your age. You have to make sure that it's suitable for your age first. Because I didn't see it yet. But this is the latest one of her novels. Yani she wrote books. The books went viral and all people liked it. That they made movies and series out of her books. You see? And then after that she became
The
millionaire, by the way.
actors.
And this is another movie right here. In the 70s they made it. This is another movie of her books. This is another movie, another movie. All of these movies are based on her books. It's so successful. Let's go back to our story.
Miss, she
Alex
do
and
she do
Frederick.
a movie, then she write it.
No, no, no. She wrote stories, books.
Oh,
This book is one story, one novel about a murderer or a criminal who killed people. And then how the people they try to discover who is this criminal. And then Detective Boyer, he will come to help people to reveal this person. So at that time, she started to write at the 50s and the 60s, يعني 60s and the 50s. يعني by the age of 1950s, 1960s, she started to write. Then
Like how is
stories
you
went
don't know
viral.
what it's
People liked it because at that time they didn't have uh, newspapers or television. They have like limited things. What they care about the most is reading books.
Miss, how old her age when she start to write?
Actually, just a
She
minute.
was young or like a woman?
Again,
Miss, I think she started
to know this
writing.
information, just write in Google the name of the writer, okay? And then you will find something. It's called Wikipedia. Wikipedia website. In this Wikipedia website, it will write the life of this person.
I know it. I once googled this.
This is Agatha Christie. I will go for here. Wikipedia. You see this one? Wikipedia. This is the website that reveals the story of all the people. This is Agatha Christie. She was born in 1890. يعني before more than 100 years ago. Okay?
Oh,
And then she died
So she
at
died.
1976. طيب how when she started to write? Okay, she started to write from 1952 until now. So she started to write in the 50s, as I told you.
but she died.
She's still alive.
Yes, yes, she died, خلاص. But
Okay, it said
she
that.
Why did you
wrote
say that she
her
was reading books?
no. Her books were written in the 60s and in the 40s, 50s, 60s.
40 out 40s.
What does it mean؟ يعني it means أربعينيات القرن الماضي، خمسينيات القرن الماضي، يعني عام 1950 لحد 1960. This is we
Oh,
call
I thought when she was 40 years old she wrote.
no. This is how she wrote. At which time she wrote? In she spent most of her time writing. She spent more than 30 years writing. So 40s, 50s, 60s were her golden age of writing. Were the most books that she revealed for people. She died at only 1976. And she died at the age of 55. Why? Because she was أصلا born in the 80s. يعني since 100 years ago. So when she died, mashallah, very old, 85. But she started to write at which time? She was born into a wealthy upper middle class. Just a minute.
Yeah, because Miss people in the old days, people lived for maybe like 500 years, 5,000 years.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
when Miss, there's a person who lived 5,000 years.
Person who lived 1,000 years, yes. Adam عليه السلام,
5,000.
Nuh عليه السلام, peace be upon them. Those are prophets. At that time of the prophets, the people used to live 1,000 years.
Why
All the
why
people.
She said
we don't
5,000.
live
One,
like
one, one,
maybe 1,000?
1,000 years. 1,000 years of people. But after that, خلاص, the age of the people went less until we came to live only for 50 years, 40 years, some people even 10 years, some people 100. It depends on your luck and your destiny.
No, Miss, not 10. No. No, Miss, no.
And it's going to be less and less and less till
No.
you live only one day.
No. Nobody will live only
Happy
one day.
birthday to you.
When did Agatha Christie?
Miss, and also people get shorter. Why do people get shorter? What's the science behind that?
Okay, just a minute. Because now we are eating different food from other people who lived before us. This is one thing. Because of the weather, also it affects our growth. That's another thing. Third thing we have is we have technology. The people before us didn't have technology, so they didn't used to go into cars or into airplanes. They used to walk for a long time. Walking and jogging and having healthy exercise every day. It can extend your life and extend your growth. You will be growing
So I
bigger. That's why when you
uh,
go for London or America, you will find people right there are bigger than us. They are taller than us. Why? Because of their weather and because of their eating and their healthy lifestyle. They are walking so much, not like us. Actually, if you compare their life to our life, we are sitting on the couch the whole time, just from the couch to the chair to the bed, and that's it. And we don't see the sun, and the sun affects our growth, by the way. So we don't see the sun. We are living inside houses that we don't see sun. We don't exercise. We don't walk aslan. Even if we go outside, we are just riding our cars from car to car, from car to building, from building to car. That's it. But in American people and United States of America, in Britain, in Canada, this type of Western lifestyle, all their lifestyle depend on walking. And you know what? People in there wake from 5 o'clock in the morning just to walk. They go to walk like 5 kilos, 7 kilos a day. They walk more than 10,000 steps in one day. But if you compare it to us, we will barely walk 100 step in one day.
no, miss.
So,
I
so
jump
that's
in
why
the
it affects our growth.
I jump in the trampoline. And
Huh.
I swim sometimes. I walk a lot.
You
A
walk a
bit,
lot, but you don't grow.
but I'm the shortest of the shortest. So
I
I
told you
don't.
it's about our food, it's about our lifestyle, and it's about the weather. The weather also is.
Miss, can I answer number one?
طيب,
Miss,
number
can I
one,
answer number one?
what mystery are Federico and Alexis trying to solve in the story? Yes, Yawatin, what is the mystery?
They try to open the books
Yes,
that it's in the treasure.
Excellent. They are trying to open the
she
book
made her own drama book.
to get the treasure. Okay, this is for number one. Don't forget to put the full stop at the end. Number two, what clue is given that Federico knows about the secret compartment in the box? What makes Federico knows what makes you know that Federico knows something inside the box that nobody know before? That's why he smiled.
Smiled.
Ah, he smiled.
Because the Livingstone,
Excellent, because he smiled.
Mr. Livingstone.
Yeah, he did.
He smiled, which means
He did like this.
he knows he knows something they didn't know. And don't forget the full stop again. Okay. Okay, girls. Inshallah, I want to ask your opinion about something, girls. Um,
Yeah.
so
So
inshallah,
when you say I want to ask your opinion, I become scared.
you're scared all
Wallah,
the time, Watin. Why?
wallah,
Why am I scary? Oh my God.
no.
You make me feel
I
like I'm
wanna
scary,
ask you an
and I
opinion.
am the cutest person ever. Yeah, I don't know why you are scared of me. Okay.
She is scared of you, miss. She thinks you're gonna come to her house and eat her
And
while
eat
she's
her, yeah.
sleeping.
If I correct her in the reading, she's scared. If I ask your opinion, she's scared. If I tell you open your books, she's scared. If I tell you there's a quiz, she's scared. She's scared all the time.
If she's scared of this, maybe she would. What would she do if she see a num miss?
Okay, my girls. I would like to ask your opinion about something, my girls.